Published 1100 EDT, for October 2017. Updated 1231 EDT, for October 2017. When Michael Bisping steps into the octagon with Georges St-Pierre at UFC 217, it will mark the end of an 11-month journey. The Canadian legend announced his return at the turn of the year with Bisping, and his middleweight title his primary target. The pair held a press conference in March, but St-Pierre continued to state he would not be ready until the end of the year, frustrating the promotion and President Dana White, who even scrapped the idea at one point. Michael Bisping has suggested that Georges St-Pierre may have been using steroids. The former welterweight champion has put on a lot of muscle ahead of his comeback, and Bisping has suggested the former welterweight champion, who claimed the delay was due to an eye injury, was actually attempting to hide something more sinister. "It had a heavy night before and Georges was taking pleasure in mocking me for my behavior," Bisping said, reflecting on the Las Vegas presser in which St-Pierre had claimed the Brit was still intoxicated from the night before. "So F what Georges? I'm 38 years old, and I'm in Las Vegas. If you're man enough to fight me anytime soon, I won't be drinking. When I'm training for a fight I'm very dedicated, but of course, I'm not training for a fight, because I don't know whether it's because Georges needs to clear the steroids out of his system before he enters the USADA testing pool. I don't know what the reason is, but that is definitely a potentially valid reason, because you've got to get tested for 6 months before you come back, and he did his best to delay it, so maybe that was why." St-Pierre can't help but laugh as he squares up with Bisping. Left back in March, 38-year-old also recounted his recent experience of training with someone who was using performance-enhancing drugs, and just how quickly they can be out of a fighter's system. "I was training with someone recently who shall remain nameless, and he was telling me that he was on something. He's not part of my regular team, but I couldn't help but notice the massive amount of muscle that this person had, and he told me he was very frank about it. I'm very naive when it comes to steroids, but he said it's in and out your system in one day. One day, holy ass, I didn't even know such things existed. I really didn't. That's how naive I am, and that's what all those are taking, I'm telling you. So USADA, if you are listening, get your ass up to Canada and test Georges' hideout in his apartment block, and get the on the way to the gym." There is no suggestion that St-Pierre, who is yet to comment on Bisping's words, has ever taken performance-enhancing drugs.